Welcome to Angels Don't Lie. I'm your host, Jeannie Street. And tonight we are going to talk all around some really cool topics, which I'm excited. And I'm going to take your readings, your call-ins, your questions, your comments, your concerns about this topic. So I shared a really interesting post this past week, which kind of went over, in a roundabout way, our energy centers. And what I did was I was really playful in this post because something I talk about a lot is having TIGGER brain, where you get the bouncy and you move from one topic to the next, or you can't stay focused and you're not in your body. And I talked about the emotional roller coaster. And so I basically gave you a list of things to say, like, does this match you where you are at? And so I wanted to go over these tonight a little bit further, because I actually took like a little poll on which were the most popular ones. So blinded by the blur, which is the number one thing, which would be not number one, but if we start at the crown of the head and we start about connection and we talk about being able to channel spirit, blinded by the blur is that first space where we will feel a little bit off balance, a little separated from truth. You might think TIGGER brain is all about just being in your thoughts and being in your brain, but TIGGER brain actually stems in the root center from us being ungrounded and not standing confidently in our place here on earth. So those people that said yes, and this was a big one, TIGGER brain is when we move from one thing to another and we aren't accomplishing a lot. It's a bouncy feeling, and we don't know where we stand. You are moving through and you start a project, you feel really excited about it, but then you're easily moved from there to another place. It's almost like, oh, squirrel, let me move over here. Emotional roller coaster. This is the person, and this got a lot of high comments as well. Emotional roller coaster is when we are so emotional and we're just up and down, and we can't seem to keep track of where we are and what we're actually feeling. So we're all over the place. We're zooming and zooping. We're very sensitive to energy. We're really sensitive right now. This is full moon season. So you might be feeling like, whoa, like what is going on? And so you're very, very affected by the time and the season change. You're affected by not only the energy from other people, but seasonally, right? This is a big time for energy sensitive people to actually plummet, to not feel good, to start to have those feelings of depression, of anxiety start to creep in and really like ping us. Beyond the blues, this got quite a few as well. So it's like you're blue and you're down and you can't get out of it. You're like, help, I can't get up. Help, I can't get up. This is what that is about. Chairman of the trying. Again, this is a huge one. This is like you are working really diligently. You're trying to make a difference. You're trying to get ahead in life. You're trying to bring in more money. You keep trying at everything, and it doesn't seem like you succeed. You might even be trying at manifesting. You're like, why can't I, get this done? Or why can't my business go there? Or why am I not getting this promotion? Or why am I not attracting the right love in my life? Or why is my marriage like so hard? So chairman of the trying, big topics. So I'm going to talk a little bit about more of this, but I know we've got some people on hold. Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Jeannie. This is Carol Hummel. I'm doing okay. Just moving on. I mean, but no, I mean, I don't know if you remember, I lost my son and daughter. It'll be 3 years already. Yeah, it'll be 3 years next month that I lost my daughter, and then 14 months later it was my son. I was just wondering if there's any chance I could, connect with them tonight.
Absolutely. But let me see what we get from your son and your daughter. Your daughter's giving me like a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of hard time breathing. Is this you or is this her daughter?
It could be either. I mean, as far as anxiety, it could go either way.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting that anxiety feeling. Are you also having a hard time breathing? Some lung stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's when allergy season kicks in, I start a lot of that,
yeah, that's what that's kind of what they're bringing. They're bringing through, like, so whenever I get it, like on the top of the chest, Carol, it's always about, this is grief, obviously, that is a hard time to move through. That you've been dealt a very big hand in life, losing 2 children. And I get this kind of like heaviness in my lung. Are you also a smoker, Carol? Because now they're talking, she's giving me like this, where
yeah.
Okay, so I'm like getting it in my throat.
Heavier than ever.
Yeah. So she's like, she's moving in my throat. So she's like trying to like, kind of urge you to like lean more into like the things that are going to serve you so you feel better. Because she's saying that you're having a little bit of a hard time sleeping. Like there's just like, she's like, there's just this little bit of struggle from my mom. And I feel like it's also going to start affecting, and I don't know if it already has, your blood pressure. So it feels like it's time now, like the time is now to start to release some of the things that don't serve you. And I feel like they've been supportive of you. Like they've been your tools to work through the grief. And now it's time to find new tools, she's saying.
Well, I actually back in December started keto dieting, and since then have lost 80 pounds, so
dang, girl, that's amazing.
My blood pressure has improved tremendously.
Amazing.
And not to mention, it really kind of clears up a little bit of that brain fog thing.
So with the not sleeping, they show me like the elevation, like that does put stress on your body. So like take it for the grain of salt. That is just they're showing this for a love for you. And she's saying that she's still there, and she's so like, I want to say like elevated. She's so light and airy, where she was the previous times that she's come through for you. She's like a little bit more working through her stuff and a little bit more heavier in her energy. Now she's like floaty, and she's just light and airy, and bright and clean. Yeah. For all the time that she's been there, she's like, it's just so amazing. Like for her, she's just showing me like all this brightness. And they're talking about the garden. I don't know what the garden is for you.
Well, I don't really have.
South?
I'm in St. Louis.
Okay.
Midwest. But no, I mean, I have just a little bit of flowers out that, nothing to brag about though, but
no, but
they're just right.
They're
at
talking
this moment,
about
my yard looks okay.
Yeah. They're just bringing it up because either they want you to know they've seen the garden. I feel like that's what it is. It's more like, the honoring of them too, which is full of gratitude. Your son is popping in to say, he like literally like jumped in. He's like, hey, like I'm doing really well. Please pass along the message that, I feel so much better about everything. And then I see all the things that I was negative about in life. I see all the things, all the hard things that I put on other people. And he wants you to really know that. He's like really, like, he's not putting that stress on anyone anymore. He's seeing that was a burden.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? Like how he's showing that?
Well, it just depends. I could see where maybe he thought he was, but he was never a burden. And to me,
well, that's what he's just showing, like that's nothing that's there anymore. And when they cross over, remember, they're going to do a purification, and they're going to see things from a perspective of love, and they're going to see things that they may have done that wasn't in the vibration of love. And that's kind of what he's referring to. Obviously his exit was painful and devastating. And he's owning that. He's saying that he put that burden on other people to carry. And the loss, not only the loss of having him around, but he's like now the loss of money and the things that were going to be supportive for family aren't there either.
Yeah.
So you can see his decisions were more self-centered in a sense.
Yeah.
And really fear, he's saying he was just like really like afraid. He was just, I don't know what he was afraid of, but he's saying like at that time where I was, and he was by a body of water. He's just saying, I was just consumed. I was so afraid.
I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, that was his happy spot, was the body of water.
Right. So he's just showing me the body of water. But then he's showing me like being afraid. So
yeah,
I don't know how they go together. He's just giving that for you.
Yeah, no, it might make, sometimes I have to sit and think and reflect when we talk. And,
Well, thank you so much for calling in tonight, Carol.
Well, I miss talking to you. I, don't like to over call you. And, it's been a while, so I said, okay, it's Jeannie time.
Okay. Well, thank you, love.
You take care of yourself.
You too, right, sweetie. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
I love how Carol said, she's going to have to sit back and listen and like kind of go through, because that's exactly what happens when we have a reading. Sometimes it doesn't meet us where we're at because we have life going on. We have all this stuff happening. And it is so important, if you were going to go for a reading, like have someone take notes, come with you, have that support with you, because it'll help you to be in the present moment as you're receiving that. So for instance, like I'm doing a group reading Friday night in New Milford. If you guys are local, tickets are available at the Silo, and we will take walk-ins as well. So if you're around 6:30 to 8:30. And what we'll do at that event is we'll take notes. My team will take notes and pass them around afterwards, because you'll continue receiving and feeling those messages on a very deep level, even after our time. And I'm sure you guys have had that experience, even watching the show here, even watching us, for all these years that we've been doing this, is when you hear a message that somebody else is receiving, you're touched by it. You're having a remembrance of love. So this is actually healing work. This is a form of healing work. It's very, very important to know that. It's this miracle stuff, right? So take it in, let it seep in, let it just come into your being. So first, I want to go over like why I even like put this post up there, because energy sensitive people, they kind of lose the focus of themselves, right? Like what makes you who you are. It's not the circumstances of how you grew up. It's not the people around you that make you who you are. You came into this being as this amazing soul, right? So you're an infinite soul. You have expansive energy. That means that you can be enlightened into the more depth of who you are. So when we talk about energy centers and we talk about our body, our physical body, and when we get off balance, we can really start to notice some patterns. We can start to see like, okay, chairman of the trying. Let me break this down for you, because this is a big one. Who else is chairman of the trying? It means you're trying, your efforts are there, you're working really hard, and nothing is coming to fruition, right? It's like you can't seem to get one thing done. So chairman of the trying is when we are in our head, we're overthinking. We are constantly trying to plan things. This can also look like OCD. It can look like micromanaging energy. So what my angel showed me with chairman of the trying is like, basically you're not listening to your divine voice. You're not listening to the guidance within. You're staying in your head. So you're constantly chasing the egoic thoughts that you're having. So if you remember, if we just kind of circle way back to Goddess You, and we look at the quieting of the mind, and we look at Shmigo, who remembers Shmigo, fear and ego together. When we are trying, an ego comes in, and God gave us a natural ego, so we're supposed to have that. But when it gets tainted by fear, then it kind of trips it up, and we can start to get very logical. So overthinkers, people that are over logical, like they're listening to what they are learning in the physical world. They're trying to have proof for things, right? So this is a really big deal for chairman of the trying. Hey, Karina, listen, Karina, this could be you too. Chairman of the trying, like working really hard. We're trying. And so this for me was when I was trying to write my first book. Like I was working so freaking hard at like getting this book done, and I had my plans and I was working it, and I was like, okay, I've got to do this and I've got to do this, and I was taking all these classes, and I was putting so much effort into being and just trying to be that, be the author, be it, instead of letting go, instead of like it already was. You already are that beautiful soul that you are trying to be. You're already that. And so the chairman of the trying person is like listening to ego thoughts over love thoughts. Hey, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Jeannie, this is Shanda.
Hi, Shanda. How are you, lovey?
I'm good. I was wondering if my parents and my sister got a message for me.
So thank you for calling in, and I really appreciate it. First, I want to ask you, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
So you made a little bit of progress, a little step forward, which probably feels pretty scary, right?
Yes, ma'am, very.
Yeah. But I also feel like what they're showing me, like what your parents are showing me, is like you're fully supported, even though you feel like you're not. Like that's the feeling they're giving me. Like she feels like she's all alone. Please let her know that we are here, that she is being held and supported. And you can ask for physical help in the world. Like you can ask God, please send me the person that can help me. Please send me support. And I feel like that's really important for you to be able to almost pray for yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And they're also talking about like the hard time breathing. I don't know if this is you, like getting a little bit of winded.
Yeah, that's me.
And your mom is seeing like it's really important for you to go slow in the things that you're doing, because it's not about rushing. It's not like just getting it done. And she said, like, go slow, be very gentle with yourself.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
I'm not sure like why she's talking about you taking care of yourself, like more leaning into love. She's showing me more nurturing for you.
I don't get the nurturing anymore.
So that's why she's showing.
Gone away. I don't get that anymore. And I don't know what it feels like anymore.
So what I think they're showing me then is you being able to pause and just saying like, what is it I need in this moment, and allowing yourself to fill that up, to be nurtured by yourself. I know that feels like it's like a big deal, but like sometimes it's even like getting ourselves a cup of tea and just sitting and having the sun come in the window and touch us, like just being still is something that can fill us up, because we can be in the level of love and we can start to receive that way. That's what your mom is saying. And she's showing me like, I'm right here. I'm standing right by your side. I'm not leaving. Like we haven't left you. She says you feel very abandoned, and she's saying, no, I'm right here.
I know it wasn't their fault. you know, but I do feel that, and then that since they went away, I don't, I don't get hugs all the time, or I don't get told that people love me anymore, or
So it's and the interesting thing, I kind of had this conversation earlier with my group, my Soul Shine group, which is we teach the outside world how to treat us. And if we aren't telling ourselves we are of value, if we aren't pouring ourselves into being loved by ourselves, if we're not nurturing ourselves in that way, then the outside world doesn't show us that affection. So the people here, like everybody, you can read their writing, we love you. They are showing you that you are loved. So we sometimes have to say it to ourselves. I'm reading this new book, Shanda, that I think is really, it's a very cool book. It's kind of more motivational speaker type of book, but maybe you guys know her, Mel Robbins, and this is her, it's her high five habit. And basically what she's teaching in this book is to go to the mirror. And when you're standing in the mirror, instead of like, we tend to move quickly or, talk nasty to ourselves when we move by the mirror. She said, so she decided during COVID, because she was feeling very depressed and very low, to high five herself, because you can give someone else a high five and that they're going to feel really good. You're like, psych, like, this is great. And so she said, this is what she started to do to turn that vibration around, to turn that inner turmoil back into like, I high-fiving myself. So we all sending you love. Your loved ones coming through in these readings every time you call in are sending you love, but you have to start believing it and start to high five yourself, my love.
I understand.
Shanda, I'm holding you in so much love, and everybody here is too. I hope that this serves you and that you feel peace and you feel that your mom and your dad and your sister by you.
I do. I do all the time.
Thank you so much for calling in again.
You're welcome.
Have a beautiful night, love.
You too, but can you tell them that I love them?
They hear you, sweetheart. They hear you and they love you. You are loved. You are loved wholly, Holy, holy. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good night, sweetheart.
Good night.
So I just want to pause for 1 second before I take the next caller. And I want to say that Shanda is bringing through a really important message. And I hope that you can hear it loud and clear, that we can be something for someone else. We can be the mom, we can be the aunt, we can be the coworker that shows up, the person that stands and does everything. But we first need to be the love for ourselves, because if we are not, we cannot receive what God has for us, and He has plenty for us. And it's a painful place to be in when you don't feel loved. So I don't know if you've ever experienced someone giving you a compliment or someone telling you that they love you and still walking away feeling empty. That empty feeling is not a fun place to be. I've been there. I'm sure you guys can say that you've been there at times too. If that feels like you've been there, please say that's me. Like let Shanda know that she's not alone. We can help her turn this around. We can support her. We can serve her by showing her like, we've got you. and you can love yourself too. Okay, I'm going to take the next caller. Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Jeannie. This is Cheryl again.
Hi, Cheryl. How are you, lovey?
Okay. I send my prayers to Shonda.
I know. What do you have going on, love? Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's just, I feel like I'm just like I could breathe and then I can't breathe. One thing gets resolved, two more things come up, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
It's just, yeah.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
No, but it, you know, it's just like half of it is mine. I want to say the other half is my my youngest daughter, and I feel like I'm taking, you know, and it's just like all intertwined.
So do you feel like you're taking on her stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly, I do. And I feel like, you know, my stuff, you know, like I said, everything, it's just like, okay, we could breathe, I could breathe. And then like two more things arise. And I'm like, well, all right, like, what am I supposed to do?
So you're
supposed to do?
On the emotional roller coaster, right? That probably feels most like you.
Yeah.
Up and down, up and down. It's like,
Yeah.
wait, can I get off this
Up and
ride?
down.
Because like, what the
Yep.
hell, man? Like, okay. So very interestingly enough, we're going to talk about energy because this is going to be the topic tonight. And so when we want things to change, we first have to change the energy within. We have to look at, why does this stuff keep showing up? Like, God's not punishing you. First off, like, I'm going to lay that on the ground. They're like, no, this is not what's happening. Yes. Are we going to have lessons to move through? Absolutely. And if you remember, we talked a little bit last week about the things that are rising to the surface, which are repeating like their old patterns. They're showcasing things that we've already really worked through, but they're now back again. And that's really uncomfortable as well, and transcend it. So we can also surrender it. Like, it's no longer needed in our physical being. It's an emotion being released from you. This is the healing that's happening. So what does that mean? It means witnessing it, taking a good look, and like taking time to like maybe even write about it, even like to go for a walk and say, like, what is it that you're showing me about this? And really being true with yourself about, how am I showing up? Is this necessary? Do I need to insert my energy here? Can I clear myself from my daughter's energy? And what is it that I actually am wanting to feel? Again, this is something I did on with my Soul Shine group today. We talked about owning what we want to feel. And we did some exercises that were really amazing. So the emotional roller coaster is that you're kind of guiding that in a sense of, it's like you just can't get off the track. You just can't stop. And you're like, I want to get off this ride. So what, if you've learned anything from me, Cheryl, it is that I live my spiritual practice. It is without a doubt the most important thing that I do. This is a self-love routine that I have to meditate. I have to move my body, and I have to fuel my body with plenty of greens and healthy things, because if I do not, I'm going to be on that emotional roller coaster. And I've been there, and it is no fun. No fun at all. So, you know, I feel like between you and Shonda, what can we learn? We can learn, ask your body, ask yourself, put your hands on your being and say, what is it that I need? Am I taking on the things that I don't need to take on? Can my daughter take on her own energy and work her way through this? There's a really, I don't know if you guys know, or if you've ever read anything by Glennon Doyle, Cheryl?
No.
Okay, so she wrote this book a couple of years ago. I think it's called I can't remember the name, but there's a line in it that she did a Oprah talk that just stays with me, because this was the time when I was really trying to micromanage things that were happening in with my kids' lives. And she said, she's like, look, she said, we want an easy button. We live in a society where we have easy buttons, you know, those staple red buttons, you can picture it, right? Boing, easy button for this. So we have a headache, easy button. The kids aren't feeling well, let me get involved, easy button. You know, we step in, we want to make things better, but what we are actually doing is we're preventing them from going through that with what they have to go through. Why their little souls came to this life in order to transcend this pain. They can't transcend if we stop them, if we're fixing. So this is the big deal. Like, this is us trying to manipulate energy really and stop them from having the pain. So if you put the easy button down and you can say, like, what is it my daughter needs to learn here, and how can I step back and support her instead of helping her?
Okay. I get so confused. Okay.
Yes, because we think being a good parent is to fix it.
Yeah,
because
sort of.
we don't want to. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I just, like, I meditate in the morning, and then,
Mhm.
you know, I ask God, you know, what is it, you know, that I'm supposed to do today? What is it I'm supposed to see or hear?
Beautiful.
And maybe, I know I'm just not either listening or I don't understand. Like,
Well, when
I
we're
don't know.
changing,
I
yeah,
just get
because when
so
we're changing patterns, which I'm so proud of you. First off, like, the angels are high-fiving, like, yes, 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 yes. They're saying, like, you really have been dedicated, like, you have been working it. So when we are learning when we were discerning between the voice of fear and the voice of love, the rule of thumb is the voice of love of God is going to bring you to a feeling of good. It's going to bring you to a positive. It's going to bring you to a forward step. Where the voice of fear, which is our patterned or conditioned, you know, old way, is going to leave us in a space of unknowing, of doubt, of judgment, of maybe quick action. It's going to leave us in a place of low vibe, right? Of not having a positive outcome. Like, maybe jumping into that chairman of the trying, or having that TIGGER brain and bouncing all around, because we're not going to trust what we're getting in our body. We're not going to trust it.
Right.
So we're going to be on that emotional roller coaster. We're going to be blinded. We're not going to have it because we're not used to, it can be easy. And so where our kids are concerned, that's the biggest part, because it brings you right back to your heart center, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially because you have other trauma, that's like holding you, that you haven't healed on your own. And so your angels are being very clear right now. They're like, look, there's this stuff that's mirroring to you that's very similar to what you're living in. And it's very uncomfortable for you to witness it, because you want them to have a beautiful life, meaning your children, when you are feeling undeserving of having that beautiful life yourself.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So I recommend your journaling, like, be very clear, like, and then just discern, like, does this feel like a love action? Does this feel like possibility and filled with hope? Is my involvement necessary? I also just get this big, like, pullback, like, you know, I get this big, like, come back into your being, like, come back in, just be the witness. Just be the witness.
Okay.
That's a long-winded kind of explanation, but I hope that it serves you.
It sure does, Jeannie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. And I
I
think
wish
this
I
is,
could have you on 24/7. Yeah.
you know, you may want to join my Soul Shine group because it would be perfect for you. And I think it's just so interesting. And I love how God works, that we're going a little in a, it's like similar but different tonight around that same topic. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Well,
Well,
have a
thank you.
beautiful, beautiful evening. I hope that,
Thank you.
all right, you
Thank
feel
you
empowered,
again.
girl.
You too. All right.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Thanks, Jeannie. You too. Bye.
Mm. Some big stuff, guys, right? All right. Let's see who we got next. Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Jeannie. This is Olivia.
Hi, Olivia. Where are you calling from, love?
Oxford, Connecticut.
Thank you. How can I serve you tonight, love?
I was wondering if there was anything about my grandmother specifically coming from my grandfather or my aunt.
Okay, so you just confused a little bit. So do you want to go ahead, fix that for me?
So my grandmother, she's still alive. She's going to be 79. She's kind of showing signs of dementia. And my grandfather and my aunt are both deceased, and I wanted to know if they had any like messages regarding what she's going through.
Thank you. So when you were talking, I actually wrote down the word ill, and they were showing me like there's something else happening too. So I don't know where she's ill or if this is brought on by an illness. Do you understand that?
Yeah, her she's been having trouble like with her sugar and maybe like her kidneys, we think. Yeah,
and I kind of feel like that's where it's stemming from. So it doesn't feel like it's a simplistic, okay, she might have dementia. It feels like it's more complicated because it feels like it's illness related. And so especially where the kidneys are concerned, they're showing me like that feels like it's probably some of the issue. I don't know if she has urinary tract stuff going on too, but that also affects, because they're showing me that like did she just go through something with that, a UTI?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay, because they're bringing that through and I'm like, okay. Because that also kind of brings in some confusion as well. But I'm still getting, okay, so I do get the confusion around your grandmother. Like, I feel like it's not big. It feels like it's pretty new. Like she's still doing pretty, okay. Who had
like
the
she had like her really, who had the what?
COVID?
No one that we know of. Like we kind of suspected that maybe I had it, maybe she had it, because we were both in the hospital 2 separate times.
Okay, so yeah, they're saying COVID scare. Okay, so now I'm understanding. Your grandfather is like laughing right now. He has like a sense of humor. He's cracking up at this. He thinks this is really funny because he's like, oh yeah, they're trying to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. And he just has a sense of humor about him. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's like, he's really pretty joyful. He's all around the heart center. So I feel like, you know, whatever he had was probably around his heart and lung before he passed. Some heaviness he's giving me. He's giving me some fluid in there, but he's also showing me like some back pain, lower back pain, but he's like joking with me. He's kind of like leaning over. He's like, oh, my aching back, but he's fine now. Do you understand that?
Yeah, does he know anything? Because my grandmother's been bringing up like memories of him. Does he have anything to say about that?
So it's so funny, like and you know, when they start to have when they start to have an experience of dementia, what happens is they can see the loved ones on the other side, so they can have those memories or weird things come back. He said she's zooming like all over the place from one extreme to the next. And some of what she's saying is real, but some of it isn't, he's saying. So I feel like it's kind of like things are merged together. Like one memory comes in, but then it's merged with another. So she's like layering things together, he's saying.
Yeah, they're not very positive, and it's almost like she's in denial about some of the things that she's saying.
Okay. So that I don't know how that, I don't know how the layering of like, she's miscommunicating things, but I also get like, I feel like she's angry, like a little bit, I don't know if she's off balance too. Like he's showing me like off balance. So I don't know if that means she's dizzy off balance or if she's just mentally off balance, but he's saying off balance.
Yeah, she's definitely mentally off balance.
Okay. So that feels like it's kind of part of it. Again, I still get like that feeling around a UTI person because it affects their cognitive thinking. So is she on medicine for her kidneys now?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I might want to say just like, keep an eye. He's just saying, I don't know what he's saying about the flush, like the flushing, maybe with the kidneys. I don't know if there's a treatment like that. I don't know what that is.
She's in the bathroom a lot.
Oh my God. So he's literally talking about
funny,
the flushing.
but...
That's hilarious. So it's so funny. Sometimes when we're looking for those, actual answers from heaven, they just bring in like this random stuff. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. And it's some of it is.
Is there anything from her sister? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're okay. You're okay. Yeah. What's her sister's first name?
Mary.
And what's the longevity of Mary? Why is she saying longevity?
77.
Okay. Is she a namesake or somebody a namesake after her? Because she's talking about the namesake.
Her mom's name was Mary.
That's what she's talking about. That's what she means by the longevity, the passing on of her name, which is an important thing. She's like recommending, keeping the name going.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she was a writer, but she's kind of has this poet kind of energy around her, like poetry. She's talking about Jane Eyre, reading. I just don't know if that's who she was. She's just showing me like that's what she loves.
No, that doesn't sound familiar.
I don't know who's the reader then. And specifically, she's also Jane Eyre.
Maybe my mom. My mom reads a lot.
Okay, because she's just bringing that up. Again, like they're not going to bring us to a place of fear. They're going to bring us in more love and more support. I do get the hand over your grandmother's head, but it's not like, so sometimes they'll put it like right over the head. And I know big concern, we got to worry about this. I'm not getting big concern. I'm getting, there's some stuff, but like, don't freak out. Don't over worry. Like just keep going. And listen with a grain. She said, take it in with a grain of salt. Like just listen. It doesn't mean you have to believe it all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope that serves you, love.
Yeah, it was very helpful. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a beautiful night.
You too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
I love how funny Spirit can be. I really do. I think we need to keep that lightheartedness, right, guys? Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Jeannie, it's Karina.
Hi, Karina. How are you, love?
Absolutely fabulous. I miss you, girl.
I know. Well, how are you doing down south, girl?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, it was on and off for a bit because I was doing, the movies and TV, but I know I'm not supposed to come down here for that. I know I'm supposed to do comedy, so I actually did starting to get into comedy. I did my third show on Friday, and I killed it, so it was great.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel like you are just literally like elevated, and it feels like work and money, everything is flowing to you, for you. And I feel like it's for the very first time in your life, it's like almost effortless.
Yes. Because I'm listening more. I think I'm becoming more in tune with with everything. You know what I mean? All the stuff you taught me, all the stuff I read. And thank you for all of those emails and videos. Those things are dope, man. If you guys are not listening to it, you got to get it, because Jeannie is the girl, man. She's that chick. I love her.
She's talking about the 40-day awakening challenge. You guys, if you haven't checked it out, let me know and I'll send you the link. Send me a private message. And you know what? I'm so like weirded out by those videos, Karina. It's so bad, but I hadn't slept the night before I did those videos, and I had to rewrite some stuff in the morning. So when I showed up, I didn't really have my makeup on, and I like literally hate the way I look in those videos. And so it's like, I cringe looking at them. So I can't watch them. And I totally want to redo the whole series now, because I'm like, oh, but you know, this is how we are with ourselves, right? But it's the message.
Yes.
It's not the picture. Like,
yes, it ain't about what you look like.
It's just like, get over it. Like, stop it. It's the message.
Yes.
But I guarantee I'll be redoing that.
Yes. So question, Good. I have a question now.
Okay.
Okay. So I love the videos. You know, I'm always going to support you anyway, because I love you. And I think you do. And you actually got me more in tune to listening to things. I'm wondering if I'm getting all of these weird dreams, and I'm always trying to figure it out, like, you know, with the dream book and all of this. Yep. But I'm not really sure, like, if I'm catching everything that it's saying that I'm supposed to do. So am I doing what I'm supposed to do?
So first dream interpretation is a really big deal, because dreams they have the imagination, and we are meant to have fun in our dreams. And so I do like having like a notebook by the bed, and if something pops in, you write it down, because that's how you can move through it. You can bring it into your meditation. You can be like, okay, this is coming through and this is what I'm feeling, and you can go further with it. But we can also get really stuck in the bullshit stuff of trying to figure out, like, you know, what was this snake doing in there? And, you know, why was her hair falling out of her? We can get lost in a cycle of stuff that doesn't fucking matter. I'll just say it like that. It just doesn't matter.
Cool.
So, I mean, you know, you can have fun with it, and that's really what it's for. But when the message comes through, you're going to feel it in your body. It's going to be like, oh, okay, like this is, you can't doubt it. Yeah. Okay. Sorry guys for swearing. I didn't forewarn anybody. I'm just throwing them out there right now.
I think he already knows that you're real, though. That's what shows that you're real. You know, you're not just making this up and pulling out your butt.
Okay, because if you throw the F-bomb in there, it's for real. But the thing is, like, I think what your grandmother was showing me immediately when you came on, like, I was like feeling her, like she was like making me feel her entire body. First off, her entire body is, you know, bigger than mine, and she's bigger than me. And the way she's just making me feel sitting in the chair is just like all this love and all of this, like just sitting there, like taking it all in and laughing, which I love. I just feel like this warm, nurturing energy from her, and mostly unconditional love, which is not a familiar feeling to feel, like somebody just holding that space, like watching you. That's what she's saying. I'm just watching. And that's why she pointed out, like, things are coming so easily to you. It's all happening. And let go of like the chairman of the trying, like that's you, that's your label. Like, I gotta try. And she's like, no, the less you try, the easier it is. The more you are being your authentic self, the easier it is. And she's saying, stop smoking them cigars.
Okay.
Stop smoking them. I was like, all right, I'll tell her.
All right, Graham, I got you.
What's the sticky relationship you're in too? She's talking about.
I actually, coming down here. Go ahead. She's like, I got with one of my friends I've been knowing since I was like 25, right? And she was looking for a place, and I was looking for a place after I got out of the place I was with. So I was just like, all right, this is great. Let's do this. And it has been shitty.
Yeah, because she's like sticky. And it is like, this is your body knowing like what's not going to work. Don't be afraid.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to change. Like, I don't have enough money, or stop saying that shit. Like literally everything is happening for you. Like just expect it to come. Like, I have enough money, and start looking for the place. I have enough money. I'm going to be fine on my own. Like I'm being fully supported.
Okay. Okay. That's a good thing, because I think I overdo stuff, huh?
Well, yes. But we know ourselves best, don't we? Right.
Yeah, we do. Sometimes you just think you're not doing enough. Like, I feel like I'm not doing enough all the time, and I think that's the thing.
Yeah, but you are.
Yeah.
And sometimes, my friend, and you will understand this because you're a high vibrational go-getter, sometimes less is more.
Yes.
Sometimes we just have to sit back and we have to enjoy it. We have to really soak in all of the energy that we just put out into the world and let it just marinate, and so that we can be expansive. So that might be you putting some stuff down and saying, just taking any old job. That's what she's like, not any, you don't have to do everything. Like,
okay.
have the work that you want come to you. Like, don't go to it.
Okay. That's good.
And that's what we have for you tonight.
Well, I appreciate it, and thank you so much. And
You're welcome,
everybody,
love.
blessings to you all. Love and light. Love you, Jean.
All right. Have a beautiful night, Karina. Bye, Annie.
You too. Bye-bye.
Another really amazing night, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in, for sharing your stories, for being a witness for these beautiful souls that came on to share their pain with us, to remind us that we are human and that our brokenness connects us. It really does. That we can hold each other in love and light, and we can be expansive, that we don't have to be so hard on ourselves energetically. We don't have to be trying to succeed and pushing past who we really are. We don't have to meet other people where they're at. Rather, we want people to meet us where we are. Remember that TIGGER brain is not just bouncy for any reason. It's just calling you to be in, to drop inward, to do a meditation, to return to love, return to loving yourself. That's what that is. And the emotional roller coaster is just telling you, if your emotions are out of balance and out of check, it's time to check in with yourself. It's time to high five yourself. It's time to be still and say, is this mine or is this another's? Like, let me release what I don't need to carry. And when you are feeling beyond the blues, when you are feeling that deep sadness, that anxiousness, that, depression, when you are feeling beyond the blues, remind yourself who you really are. Spend time with God. Do what you need to do to feel better. All right, my lovies. And don't let fear blind you. Don't be in that blur. Don't allow fear to rule you. In this I teach this Empath and Sensitive Soul workshop, which we'll be doing another one, I believe, in December. No, it wasn't that one. I'm so sorry. It wasn't in that workshop. It was in the Angel Heal Immersive, which is November 6th. The immersive is for anyone who is working with their gifts in some sort of way, and they are ready to step up and have an attunement and to receive and do some practical work with other healers. So that on that day, we did one over the summer. And I said, listen, the same thing, like the only thing that stops you from being you is fear. And so we need to tell fear that you don't own me. So we played that song, we played that You Don't Own Me. And I'm not going to sing it for you, but fear, you don't own me. And you have to just stand in it like over and over. You don't own me. Those thoughts are not love. Those thoughts are not going to bring me more joy. Those thoughts are holding me in a place that I don't want to stay, and I'm going to make a choice. So my prayer for you tonight is, one, wherever you are, you take a look at this beautiful full moon, because it's incredible, and that you receive the love that you are meant to receive, that you know that you are that love. May God bless you and keep you and hold you. And you know what I know, because angels don't lie. Have a blessed evening, my friends. God bless.
The truth.